Hi everyone, my name's Alex, owner of Duo Pilates in Brisbane, and today I'm going to be taking you through a gentle postnatal workout. Ladies, if you've had a baby in the last 0 to 12 months, this is a really nice gentle workout that you can do to help ease you back into other exercise. It's really important that you're cleared for exercise by your doctor, and I highly recommend speaking with a physiotherapist as they can do a full assessment of your pelvic floor and any possible ab separation before beginning this workout. So for today's session, I want you to be really conscious of how the exercises are feeling, and if anything doesn't feel right, I prefer for you just to stop. Because I'm not there with you to be able to adjust and help correct and modify the exercise, it is best in this situation to stop and just wait for the next exercise. In particular, I want you to be mindful of any possible bulging through the middle of your belly while we're doing core work or any lower back discomfort. In that situation, it means that there's something not quite working properly and it's best just to stop. So for today's session, I'm going to be taking you through some exercises to help teach you how to activate your core correctly. I'm also going to take you through some gentle upper and lower body exercises to help get your blood flowing, get your body moving, get your muscles working, and hopefully you feel great afterwards. All right, let's get started. For today's session, I want you to start lying down onto your back with your knees bent, feet flat, and hip distance apart. I'm going to start by explaining to you how to get your pelvis into a neutral position so we can best activate our core. I want you to make a triangle over your pelvis. And from here, I want you to start by gently drawing your belly button down towards your spine and coming into what we call an imprinted spine in Pilates. So an imprinted spine means your lower back is gently pressing down into the ground. I then want you to create a nice soft curve through your lower back. Let's go again. We're going to draw our belly in. We're going to gently press our lower back into the ground, and that's our imprinted spine. I'll then get you to form a curve through your lower back to the point where you feel like your tailbone is like a brick weighing down on the floor, and it just sits nicely in that position. That's what we call neutral spine. So we're going to continue to tilt our pelvis forward and back. And I just want you to feel really comfortable being able to do this. I want you to limit how much all of your muscles are turning on in order to move your pelvis. I just want you to feel like it's a really soft, gentle movement, tilting forward and back. And you should feel like you have to turn on your hips and your butt and your thighs. So we're going to keep them all nice and relaxed. So we imprint, and then we return to neutral where our tailbone just sits really nicely on the floor. Imprint. And create that soft arch. We're going to stop there. So we want our pelvis to be a neutral position where our tailbone's sitting nicely on the floor. It should feel like a brick weighing down on the floor in this position. I'll get you to check your neutral spine by placing your fingertips underneath your lower back. You should just be able to fit your fingertips under there. You don't want your back to be excessively curved because then we can get some back tension. So your fingertips should just lightly be able to fit underneath your lower back. Perfect. So now we know you're in neutral spine. I now want you to place your fingertips in between your hip bones. So I want you to find those two bony prominence, and I want you to sink your fingertips down in between your hip bones. Just let your stomach completely relax. That's it. Perfect. And then from here, I'm actually going to get you to cough. That's it. And when you cough, you should feel those muscles lifting your fingertips up. So we're going to do that again. I want you to take a deep breath in, and then I want you to cough. Now we should be able to feel that movement underneath our fingertips. You can feel that same movement when you laugh as well. So the reason I'm getting you to do that is because it'd be nice of me to say, I want you to engage your lower abs, but you're probably going to have a hard time doing that. You might not feel like there's a very strong mind-body connection. So when we cough, we can feel that muscle moving, and that's the muscle that I'm going to try and teach you to switch on with these next few exercises. So instead of coughing, I now want you to take a deep breath in, fill up your lungs with air, and as you breathe out, I want you to draw your ribs down towards your hips, and then I want you to squeeze those muscles in between your hip bones so you get that same sensation where you feel the muscle lifting and pushing your fingertips up. Now don't worry if you're having trouble feeling this. I want you to do a few more little cough tests to try and strengthen that mind-body connection so you can try and tell your brain that you want to switch that muscle on. So we're going to take 3 more big deep breaths in. Fill up your lungs with air, and as you breathe out, keeping your neutral spine, I want you to draw your ribs down towards your hips and switch that muscle on at the very end of the breath out. Now, I want you to imagine you've got a really tight corset wrapping around your waist. So when you breathe out, I want you to try not to push air into your belly. So as we breathe out, we're trying to suck out all of that air. Nice. Breathe in, breathing out. Draw your ribs down towards your hips and switch those muscles on. Another little visual cue that's not such a nice visual cue, but if you imagine that you're in a boxing ring and you're in a boxing fight and someone's about to punch you in the stomach, what would you do? All right? So as you breathe out, let out all that air and imagine you're about to be winded. It's a really nice way of visualizing and helping strengthen that mind-body connection to get those lower abs to turn on. So we're going to go through that visualization 3 more times. So let's take a deep breath in. Fill up your lungs with air. And as you breathe out, brace. Beautiful. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let out all that air. And brace. 1 more. Breathe in. Big breath out. And brace. Perfect. So we're going to go through a few little exercises. I'm going to get you to take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, we're going to go through that same bracing, but as you brace, I want you to float your right foot an inch off the ground, and then relax. Breathe in, big breath out, brace, float your other foot an inch off the ground, and lower. Breathing in, big breath out, float that foot up. So we're breathing in to prepare, and we're breathing out, letting out all that air, bracing and floating our foot an inch off the ground. Try and keep your hips really still. So you don't want to let your hips sway from side to side. Let's do a few more on each side. Breathe in, big breath out, float, and relax. Breathe in, breathe out, let out all that air, float, and lower. 1 more on each side. Breathe in, big breath out, float. Last one. Breathe in, breathe out, float. All right. We're now going to keep that neutral spine, that small little curve through our back. Keep your fingertips in between your hip bones. And I want you to keep your left knee really still. You're going to slowly lower your right leg out to the side, letting those muscles relax. And then I want you to brace and slowly drag your knee back to the center. You can imagine that you're pushing your knee through a sand pit. So you've got heaps of resistance to push through as you bring your knee back in. Let's stay on the same side. Breathe in as your right leg goes out. Breathe out. Brace those lower abdominals and slowly drag your knee back in. So you're letting those muscles relax as your knee comes out, and you're imagining that you're in that boxing ring and you're about to be winded as you slowly bring your knee back in. Hold that bracing technique the whole way in. Let's do a few more on this side. Breathe in, breathe out, 2 more. Breathe out. Last one. Let those muscles relax as your knee goes out. Brace. Keep those muscles active as you come back in. And relax. Nice work. Let's change to the other side. Don't be put off if you're having trouble with these exercises. Depending on how your birth was, how you experienced your birth, sometimes it can vary from for different women. So just be really patient with yourself. You can keep practicing these exercises. You might even find that one side is a little bit stronger and the other one is a little bit lagging behind. So just keep practicing these exercises and you will get there. Let's change to the other side. Keep your right knee still. Your left leg will come out to the side. And then you brace and slowly bring that knee back in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Nice. Breathe in. And out. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And relax, let everything go. Perfect. So those 2 exercises are really great ones to help you basically learn how to switch on your core correctly for other movements. So we are going to move on, but feel free to practice those in your own time until you feel really confident with them. So we're going to break up our workout today with a little stretch. You're going to lie onto your side. You're going to stretch both arms out in front of you and just have your arms in line with your shoulders. I want you to open your top arm out and over to the other side. Holding there. Take a deep breath in, big breath out, relaxing into the stretch. You should feel a nice stretch through your chest and shoulders. We'll bring that arm back and we'll open it up again. That's it. Perfect. One more time. Close and open. And then coming back to the center, I'm going to go over to the other side, opening that top arm out and over. Closing that arm, and let's open out again. One more. Opening that arm out. And close. Perfect. Slowly coming back. I'll get you to lie back onto your back and you're going to have your knees bent, feet flat. I'll get you to have your arms down by your side and I want you to press the backs of your shoulders down into the ground. I want you to press your feet into the ground and we're going to gently imprint our spine. So we're pressing our lower back down into the ground, drawing our belly button in, and we're going to very slowly roll our spine all the way up. I want you to think about engaging your core, but we're also going to start to feel the glutes and the hamstrings turning on. So we're just moving into a nice little glute and hamstring exercise to get all these muscles through the back of our body switching on. We're going to gently roll back down 1 vertebrae at a time. Your upper back hits the ground, mid back hits the ground, lower back hits the ground, and we're going to return back into our neutral pelvis with a small curve through our back. Let's go again. Imprint your spine. Gently roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way up to the top. So we've got a nice straight line from our shoulders, hips and knees. And then we gently roll back down. So this is a really nice exercise to help engage your glute muscles and strengthen your hips. Rolling all the way up. And rolling all the way back down, articulating your spine 1 vertebrae at a time. Returning back into neutral. Let's keep going. Imprint, roll all the way up, holding it up there so we've got a straight line from our shoulders, hips and knees, and then we're going to roll back down. Nice. Returning back into neutral. Let's do 10 more. Coming all the way up, rolling down. I want you to think about continually tucking your pelvis, so tucking your tailbone under, bringing your pubic bone forward, moving the exercise into your glutes and your hamstrings, and just make sure that your lower back's not hurting. So if it is, I want you to try and tilt your pelvis a little bit more. Nice. All right, we've got 6 more to go. Rolling up. And rolling back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. 5 to go. Nice. 4. Pressing your feet into the ground, pressing the palms of your hands into the ground and keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. We've got 2 more. Nice. 1 more. We're going to hold it up at the top. Holding there for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding still. I want you to lift your heels up off the ground. And then as you lower your heels, I want you to push your hips up a little bit higher. We're going to do 10 little calf raises. We lift our hips up. As we lower them down, we push our hips up. Feel free to hold the sides of your hips to give them a little bit of support. And we're going to go for another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep your heels up, gently roll your spine down, one vertebrae at a time. Nice work, and relax. Just pull your knees in towards your chest, gently rock from side to side. We're going to move into another glute exercise now. So if it's been a while since you've done any glute work, it's really important we just start with the basics and get them firing up. It'll help to strengthen your hips and help with your balance and core strength. So you're going to be lying on your side, your knees are bent up towards your chest, and your feet are going to be at the front of your mat. I want you to extend your bottom arm out and just gently rest your head onto your arm. Your top hand will be out in front for support, and I want you to relax your shoulders. I want you to form a little curve underneath your waist. Your top hip is going to stack on top of the bottom hip. From here, we're going to gently lift our top leg up, and then we're going to lower it down. Now I want you to make sure that your top hip is staying stacked on top of the bottom hip. That's it. And we're going to keep our knee slightly higher than our foot. And I just want you to let your foot completely relax. Nice. We're going to lift and lower. When your feet touch, that's when I want you to lift back up. Nice. Lower and lift. And you should already be starting to feel that glute turning on. Keep your foot really relaxed. Nice. And we'll go for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it up, and we're going to draw tiny circles with our knee for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax everything back down. Nice work. Give your bottom a little bit of a smack. We're going to change to the other side. So your knees will be bent up towards you, your feet are at the front of the mat, your bottom arm is out nice and long, and you're resting your head onto your arm. Form that curve through your bottom waist, stack your hips up, and we float our top leg up. Let your foot stay nice and relaxed, and you're floating up and down. Nice. Lower and lift. Keeping your hips stacked. Keep your foot really floppy. All right, let's go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it up. We're drawing little circles with our knee for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax everything back down. Nice work. Give your bottom a smack. We're going to come into a 4-point kneeling position now. So you're going to have your shoulders over your wrists, your hips are directly over your knees. I want you to tuck your tailbone under, and you're going to slowly roll your spine all the way up, scooping your lower abs in. You're then going to roll your spine in the opposite direction, tilting your pelvis. Tuck your tailbone under, gently scoop your lower abs in, roll your spine up, and rolling back down. On the next one, I'm going to get you to scoop your lower abs in, but we're not going to come up all the way. We're just going to do a little half arch. Holding here, I'll get you to shift your weight back towards your feet. Spreading out your fingers, you're then going to come forward. You're going to bend your elbows. I'm going to do a little half push-up. Lift yourself back up. Scoop your lower abs in and gently shift your weight back. Keep your abs scooped as you come forward. Keep them scooped as you go halfway down. We float back up and come back. Keep your abs scooped as you come forward. Think about aiming your head to reach the floor just past your fingertips. Push yourself back up. Keep your abs scooped. We're going to keep moving through this exercise. Lower, lift, scoop, come back. It only needs to be a half push-up. Lower, lift, scoop, come back. Nice. You can move as fast or as slow as you like. Perfect. We're going to do another 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Perfect. And sitting back into a shell stretch. Feet together, knees out wide, walking your hands forward. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just sink your belly down towards the ground. And then we're going to slowly come up. We're going to finish our workout today standing up. I'm getting you to come into a sumo squat position. You're going to have your feet turning outwards, and I'm getting you to have genie arms. So reaching your arms up, relax your shoulders down your back. We're going to come into a sumo squat. So you're going to drive your knees outwards and you're going to sink your bottom down towards the ground and then come back up. Now, when you're doing these sumo squats, I want you to imagine that you're sitting back into an invisible chair. So I want you to make sure that you're not tucking your bottom under and floating down towards the ground. We're sitting our bottom right back and stand. You're driving your knees out as you come down. Squeeze your glutes to come back up. Now I want you to start to think about pelvic floor. So we're going to go down and hold the next one. I want you to think about stopping yourself from doing a wee. Okay? So squeeze, imagine you're stopping yourself from doing a wee, and I want you to stand back up. Let's go again. Sit back into a chair, imagine you're stopping yourself from doing a wee, and stand back up. Nice. Sit back into that invisible chair, stop yourself from doing a wee, and come back up. We're going to do another 5. Keep your shoulders back and down. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And coming back up. Nice work. We've got one more exercise today. We're going to do a curtsy lunge. You're going to stand with your feet hip width apart. And then from here, I'm going to get you to have your arms out in front again. You're going to step your left leg back behind you, and you're going to lower your knee down to the ground. Perfect. Come back up, and we're going to change to the other side. I want you to get a really wide stance with this so that you're not squashed in when you lower down. I want you to think about sticking your bottom up towards the ceiling as you lunge. Perfect. Let's keep alternating sides. You're going to find that your heart rate is going to rise with this exercise if it hasn't already from those sumo squats. It's getting a little bit of a cardio workout. All right, we're going to finish off with 10 and then we are all done. Coming up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and we are all done. Well done, guys. Thank you for joining me. My name is Alex from Duo Pilates, and you can find me at Duo Pilates AU on Instagram. or you can visit www.duopilates.com.au. Thank you guys. See you later.